Mr. Ted Robinson, hello.
Hey, how are you?
Let me ask you, how are you?
I'm great. We just
finishing your set on MOULIN Blues this year?
Yeah. Just such an honor to be here at MOULIN Blues, a big festival that I've heard of over the years, and to get the opportunity to do it. And it's a great audience, and I love working with the Ozdemirs, the band that I'm working with, Kevin Anker on keys, and the horn players that I have, Johan Lang and Michael Mohid. So we've been doing a lot of shows, and it's really coming together.
Is this the first performance in your tour? Or?
No, actually,
No.
we have one more show. We've been out here for 12 days, and we started in Norway, doing a festival there, Nidaros Blues Festival, and then we were in Germany, and on to Belgium tomorrow, Fleurus, Belgium, and then back to the States.
Back to the States, back home.
Yep.
Back to your nice president.
Yep. Oh, don't say. Yeah.
No.
I take no responsibility for him.
No. It's your first time here in MOULIN Blues?
Yes. Yep.
Was it what you had expected?
I didn't know what to expect. I didn't know about people camping. I've done Notodden Blues Festival, which is a big one in Norway where people camp in the town. This was
New.
just exceptional. It was really cool because even though we play early in the day, the people are already here.
From yesterday, from Thursday evening, you can enter the camping and you can stay for the weekend.
That's really nice.
And they stay.
Everybody was so nice.
It's the first festival here in Holland, over there.
Okay.
It's always starts here in MOULIN Blues.
Nice.
If I did my homework right, Mr. Robinson, I must introduce you. You are from the New York City?
I grew up in New York, yeah.
Later on you went to Indiana and Chicago.
Yep.
What inspired you to become a musician? Was it the cities or the places where you lived? Or?
Well, growing up in New York City, my older brother had a record collection, and I heard all the great singers of that era. My family was pretty musical, had a piano in the house and learned how to play piano by ear, and wrote little songs and whatnot, and from that period as a kid. So
it was clear to you that you...
From a very young age. That's
yes.
pretty much the direction I wanted to go. Of course, you had all the great voices in my era of the 60s, on the radio. You had Sam Cooke and Ray Charles, and you had just so much great music that was pop then, Otis Redding, so that was a fortunate time to be exposed to that music.
Yeah. You played also with the band of Dave Spector. That was before you went on your solo kid.
Yeah, when Dave brought me into his band, the Bluebirds, and that was in the 90s, and we went, he took me to Europe for the first time. Dave took me to Germany, and we did a live album at the Bremen Blues Festival. And I worked with the Blues Shacks, a German band back then too. They also were important in terms of hosting us and backing us up here in Europe. And then I found out that there was a lot of opportunities to come to Europe and play with roots music bands who were in Europe. And playing it really well. Like, as an American,
you hear that,
we didn't realize that we were going to hear such great roots musicians in, like, Knockout Greg and the Scandinavian Blue Flames, Greg Anderson, BB and the Blues Shacks, and I mean today, some of the artists here, there's blues is all over the world, and we coming over here back in the 90s I met those folks, and then of course I met Erkan Özdemir, who books my tours here. Is the bass player, and his sons play also with me. So Levin Özdemir is a great drummer, and Kenan Özdemir is a wonderful guitar player and singer. So
in Europe, the Özdemirs are famous.
Okay.
They have a name.
Yes.
Yes, because they can say I've played this, and go on.
Yeah.
As a singer-songwriter, Mr. Robinson, you are described as one of the leading voices of modern soul music. Is that a correct, a complete, or wrong description?
Soul blues is kind of the category that people hear what I do, and they say, "Oh, that sounds like Syl Johnson." People like Bobby Bland and Little Milton and Bobby Rush, they were the creators, the innovators of soul blues. People like me, John Nemeth and Curtis Salgado and Dave Keller and other people have latched on to that style.
To that style, yes.
And approach it as a journeyman. I mean, I'm just a student of the people who created the music. I'm well aware of whose music it is, and I'm a visitor.
A visitor, but a good one.
Well, I do my thing, and
when they write such things, you must be a good one.
Well, I've been around a long time doing it, so I've been able to soak up a lot of what I hear, and then it comes out. Each musician, each singer, they might think that they sound just like, maybe a guitar player thinks he sounds like B.B. King. No. He doesn't sound like B.B. King. He sounds like him.
Yes.
And that's what I try to remember. I just want to do what I do and do it as well as I can.
You got a lot of nominations, you toured worldwide, a lot of countries, but in 2004 you signed a deal with a record deal in Maryland. Was it, important
yes,
for you?
Severn Records.
Yeah, because it turned somewhere your...
Well, David Earl, who owned Severn Records, who still owns the label, was one of the American kind of experts in producing those kind of soul blues albums. Darryl Newlish was on the label, Lou Pride, and
5 albums?
I did 5 albums with David on Severn,
and 3 on Denmark. Then you made a change, and your latest...
I mean, it's just, I think that 5 albums on Severn that's a lot. So I just kind of, we got, I got asked Denmark if they'd be interested, and they're wonderful people, LBO Barilari and Julia Miller, and they own the label now. And I convinced them, I twisted their arm, and they let me be on the label.
You thought
I'm thrilled to be able to do it.
Your latest album is on Denmark.
Yes.
It got the name Soul in Blue.
It was released yesterday.
How different is this one when you compare it, when you go back in time?
I think maybe the songs are more personal to me because I wrote most of them on the new album. I wrote 8 of them, but it's more conversation. It's just the continuing story. I'm older now, so things that I think of and that I reflect on in my life are now affected by what I've been through. So.
Tell us why we should buy the album. I give you free promotion time.
I'm hoping that people like the album. I don't think it's going to shake the world, but I just hope people, enjoy it, and that it opens doors in terms of touring, because musicians, we just always need places to play and a home base and an open door, for nightclubs, festivals. That's what we do, concerts. So. The new album is a new set, a new set of music for our shows.
Some questions to finish, some general questions, I call them. You're now, may I say, 68?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Do you still have plans of open items, things that you still want to do? People call it the bucket list, but
Well,
things in your head that you say,
oh, well, I really want to spend time with my grandchildren. That's one of my major goals.
yeah, no, it's
And my two granddaughters, and be with family for important things. When you're a musician, you end up disappointing people a lot because you miss things.
they
Oh,
understand.
I'm on the road.
They understand. They know.
They
that
understand, but it doesn't get
that you have
easy.
to tour and that you have to go. Yeah.
Right. Yeah, they understand. Everybody does, but people, you can understand, but still feel like that was unfortunate, you know. So, but with music, I want to continue. I want to work with as many great musicians as I can. I think that's maybe the most exciting part of the business, is being able to work with different musicians that I respect and that I am a fan of, you know. So, which goes for everybody in the band today. All the guys, Kevin Anker, the keyboard player. I love their work, and they push me, and they expand my ear and my mind, because singers usually
Sing.
don't know.
Yeah.
They sing,
Yeah.
and the rest of the cats really know music.
Yeah.
We're just out here. I depend on my guys to expose me to things in music that I don't know, and that makes the music better, and it makes me grow as a singer.
I have a last question. Have you become a different, maybe a better person by being a musician?
I think that I think that for me, a lot of musicians are, when they're at a festival, for instance, first of all, they're nervous, you know, stage fright, and they think that it's a competition, you know. They think that that the bands are in competition, when it's really a love affair. Everybody supports everyone else, and they want your music to be good because that reflects on them, because everybody wants good quality at the music festival. So it's not I'm competing with them, I'm just part of a great production, just one small part. And my role is to make my set smoothly come out of what came before me and lead into what comes next. It's all just the links in a chain, and I'm just honored to be part of it.
Okay, Mr. Ted Robertson, thank you.
Thanks
thank
so
you
much.
again.
Great to
that
talk.
were my questions.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you for your roots time. Thank you a lot.
Oh, I'm thrilled to be with Roots Time Belgium. Thank you.